Alright, this is part 3 of the 1968 Mustang Shelby GT500 KR car that I'm building. And I'll take you a walk around. This time I purchased a new aftermarket fender for the car. It had already had one with the car. This fender was actually I had a beautiful original fender, but not that this car doesn't deserve it, but I bought this fender for $170 and I sold the other fender for $400, so it was just makes more sense to put it on that other fender, because the guy was actually building a concourse car, so I'd rather have it go onto a concourse car than this car. So what I've done is I've installed the back rear quarter. I think you showed that before. The door gap is really nice on this side, and it fits fairly well. It's all been welded in. I'm working on now the seams. This seam here, I'm just gonna, normally it was just a joint line with the spot welds on the underneath. I'm just gonna fill that in as one solid piece. I've done some fitment, put the trunk back, lid back on. This is the other side where the floor turn downs are in, the floor base. The wheelhouse is in. Trunk lid arms have been spot welded in. Everything fits really well. The back panel seems to fit reasonably well, and I had to modify the valance. The valance was short on each side, so I've modified that so that now the alignment, as you can see there, fits pretty good on that side, and alignment on the other side. If I can focus in on it, you can see where that fits pretty good. Needs to be hammered a little bit right there, but the gap's pretty good. So got that. Put the end caps on. These aren't going to be the caps for it, because the caps for it would be the Shelby fiberglass caps, but they fit reasonably well. There's a little issue here where you can see where it's not fitting very well, but I won't worry about that until I get the fiberglass caps for that. This one fit much better. It's got a little gappy here, but really can't really do anything with it until I get those fiberglass caps. Also put in the trunk lock support brace, and I got to go through here now and finish installing the bumper brackets on both sides. They haven't been welded in yet. They need a little fitment, and then the trunk, it closes pretty good, and you can see the gap alignment. Can't really do too much with it. I mean, that gap seems pretty good. And then the gap over here, it's not too bad, a little wavy, but not much you can really do with it. I mean, it is what it is to the door, and you can see that fender, see the wave in that fender where it was stamped. I can't get the light. See, that's actually dented in, so that's going to have to be worked on. And moving to this side, the fender, I still gotta finish welding the cap, the outer wheelhouse in. Those welds have been done. Still have to clean them up. I also have to make a piece here. It's rusted right there, so I'll probably recreate this whole new little piece right there. This seems pretty good. This door doesn't fit as good, but I can live with it. It's not bad. It's not bad. I haven't done anything with the gaps in front yet. That's going to be another issue. But I got to really have all the front pieces for the fiberglass before I can really do that fitment. I still have to install the floor pan on this side. I got a little piece I got to install there where it was rusted out. So pretty much, and I still got to install those exhaust supports. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and I bought the material for it to make the big block reinforcements for the shock towers. And what I've done there is I made a template of what they need to be, and those shock towers are actually 3/16. They're 3/16 pieces of steel. That the original ones were actually all one piece, but I can make it, I believe, to make it look like it's all one piece by installing this as a fabricated metal piece. And what I'll do is I'll just this is a continuation. Wrap that somehow around it like I bumped the camera where it actually disengaged the battery. But anyway, my vision is to buy some 3/16 plate, and I'm gonna make those wrap around it like that on all four of them. And that would be, because that's the way they were. They actually had steel wraps on all four, front and back. So I got that. The only concern I have, and I don't think it's a big concern, but on the back side of that one, that's where the uh-oh, got a kitty cat. What's going on, Eddie? So anyway, I'm concerned about the power steering, or the steering box that will go on there. The export brace, I had to actually push the wheels, the shock towers out. They were actually in about an inch, so I had to straighten that all out when I was working, before I even put the floor apron pans in. I got those worked out, so now that lines up okay. And it'll be crucial to have that in when I go ahead and finish welding the new shock tower supports for big block that I'm going to put in it. So one of the next steps is to get underneath the car. Once I get the floor pan in, is I got to clean the entire underneath of the car. Still got to clean the firewall, and go through the underneath of the car, clean it all up, all the rust, clean the rust off. And what are you doing, dude? All right. Clean the rust off, clean all the old paint off, tar, grease, whatever, and I'm going to paint it the red oxide primer like it was done at the factory. Also got to go through here and blend all these welds in yet and clean it up. So it's just a lot of prep work and a lot of cleaning up the body, because I want the body to be just as good as I can make it. I mean, I'm not anyway near a body. I can do the body work, but at least now it's fairly all new metal in it. There's little to no rust in the car now. And then I also got a 9-inch rear end that's going to go in it. It came out of a 1967 Ford Mustang, so it's the correct rear housing for it. Don't know much about the pumpkin or the third member in it yet. Thinking about maybe I don't know if I'm going to replace it or rebuild it, but I want it to have 355 gears and posi tracks, and it's not a posi rear, and there's something wrong with it as well. This is the original 289 engine that came out of it. It was running before it was pulled. It is a numbers matching to the car, and I'm probably going to sell that. I also have the number matching transmission for it that I'm not going to use, so I'm going to sell that. I also found on Craigslist big block radiator that a guy had over in Chester, and it is he had it in a 1970 Mach 1. It was a 351 car, and that's the same radiator. It's a 3-core, and I got it for $60, and so that was a deal. I have some of the lower support frames and stuff for the Shelby parts that go on it. The engine bay still needs to be cleaned and sanded prior to painting it the frame black that it will ultimately be. The firewall and the upper cowl area all needs to be cleaned up and ready for paint. Painting is, years away. So my vision is I need to get all the fiberglass and bolt the car totally up, and then I can start doing it. There's obviously, I'm going to have a lot of gapping to do on the fenders to get them. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to have to watch YouTube videos to get that done. I also got to get the rivets to install, because I want dual mirrors, so the passenger side mirror. These are the metal inserts that are, so I got to find those and probably build a tool to get those installed. The original aprons had been replaced many years ago, so I lost the VIN number, because these are new ones and the old ones didn't have VIN number. So I'm going to stamp in the VIN number here. I bought some metal stamps, and I'm going to attempt to stamp that in. Their VIN number should be over on that side as well. Being a convertible, it also has a center reinforcement pan, and that will be installed once the floor pan is in. I have front disc brakes for it. They came off of a Ford Granada, and got these off of eBay. Paid $200 I think $260 for the pair. They've been totally rebuilt, and they're in excellent condition. The problem is the ball joints were different sizes, so I made sleeves and re-sleeved these. I still got to get the upper A-arm one to get that sleeve. Let's see, this one's got the sleeve. This one's got the sleeve, and I don't think the top one does have the sleeve because I don't know what its dimension is. But anyway, they've been sleeved. Going to have to do something with the brake lines because I don't think the brake lines will reach. They're in a different position than the original cars were, so I'm not sure about that. So anyhow, it's coming along. I had these on eBay. They're still on eBay. I priced them up high because I needed them here to check the fitment, and so those will go back on eBay. Or they're staying on eBay, and hopefully they'll sell. And I can get what? Huh? What? So that's my helper dude. So anyhow, I still got a lot of seam sealer to do, a lot of cleaning of the inside. The firewall's been done, but you can see the big gap there. That all has to be seam sealed. Still got to install the okay, so I still got to install the sprayer. This is still part 3. Batteries, I don't know if the battery is bad or it kicked off, said it was busy. So anyhow, but I gotta start cleaning all that up. I got so much cleaning to do. This place is just so damn dusty, but once I get the dust cleaned up and I can start, I want to get the dash back together. That's a big project in itself. So there's just, hundreds and hundreds of projects to do. The doors panels have actually been stripped and cleaned. So that's pretty much it for